A royal inquiry into the Earthquake Commission is continuing to be pushed by Christchurch residents, another speaking out, saying many questions need to be answered. Another Christchurch resident speaking out, still stuck 5 years on with earthquake damage. The scars from the quakes are still visible, patched up work has been done, but now she's backing an inquiry into the Earthquake Commission.
I'm doing this because I so strongly support what Duncan Webb and others are doing to try and get a Royal Commission to review the processes that have gone on in EQC.
Griffiths has had 5 scope of works carried out over the past 5 years, 2 marked overcap, the rest under the EQC criteria. Her last one was from September last year.
The house does need to be reclad, but their costings are based on very partial recladding. Reclad 30% of this wall, 50% of that, none of that half, all of that bit.
Some of her minor work has already been completed around the home, but the exterior of the house is holding everything back, and it's also on a 30mm lean. She's had enough.
I think there needs to be a complete overhaul of the function of EQC.
Earlier this week, Labour's Megan Wood spoke to CTV's Lynched programme about the allegations and her call for an independent inquiry.
New Zealand will have another disaster at some point in the future, and we have to ensure that we learn from Canterbury, that we find out what has gone wrong, what's gone well, and that we actually put in place a system that is much more capable of dealing with the situation when we come to this again, and a Royal Commission is the perfect body to do that.
Taking her question to Parliament.
What will it take for him to start taking this seriously and launch an independent inquiry?
I do not believe that the excitement that some want to generate about some small amount of failure of meeting a compliance that might cost between $500 and $1,000 to fix, if found to be defective, is a reason to have an inquiry of the nature the member seeks.
Insurance lawyer Duncan Webb helped launch a petition to establish a Royal Commission about the alleged shoddy repairs and timeframes into the work.
What we know are the symptoms. We know that houses are not being repaired well. We know that there's accusations of nepotism and that there are suggestions of an integrity problem. But why did that happen? How did that happen? How can we avoid it next time? I think we need to delve a lot deeper.
However, EQC has now declared Griffiths' property overcap, and now, like many, she just wants to move on.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I've got to somehow shift out. Got to sort of work out what to do with my life.
Jared McCulloch, CTV News.